What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and I did a video yesterday. Well, I did a video last night called Religious Gimmicks in Wrestling. And I guess something was going on with the audio. I guess people couldn't hear me for whatever reason. I'm going to do a top 5 of the worst religious gimmicks in professional wrestling. I'm going to keep it WWE centered. Well, not WWE, WCW, and ECW. So yeah. Hopefully the audio for this is better. But if it's not, I'm not going to mess with it. This is my second attempt at this. Let's get right into it. Number 5, Reverend Devon. Reverend Devon is there to say. Reverend Devon came. The entire reason why Devon was Reverend Devon was because back in 2002. No. Yeah. During the first brand split, Bubba and Devon got split up. Devon went to SmackDown, Bubba went to Raw, and Bubba obviously got the bigger push out of the two, because while Bubba did not have his brother from Dudleyville, Bubba became a hardcore champion. Okay. On SmackDown, all we got was Reverend Devon, which worked because Devon's father was a pastor. But does anyone remember Reverend Devon? I sure don't. I remember his word of Vince or whatever. There is one good thing that we got out of Reverend Devon, though. We got to see the debut of Batista as a deacon. On to number 4. Number 4 is Mordecai. Like, comment, subscribe. Number 4, if you haven't heard the name Mordecai, you may know Mordecai by another name, Kevin Thorne. Kevin Thorne was with Ariel, aka Shelly Martinez, and he had the vampire gimmick. He was a part of the reboot of ECW, part of the New Blood. But before Kevin Thorne got over as a he was a prophet of, I want to say he was a prophet of God, who basically said that he was going to judge the righteous. There were vignettes that said he was riding on a white horse to save the WWE. Literally, Mordecai only had 2 matches, had a debut, and then he was not seen. He wasn't seen after that. He was released from the company shortly after. Um, his his other uh, number 3 3 is oh, I'm gonna change it up from my original video for a second. So the first 3 may be a little different. Number 3 is the Flying Nuns. Never heard of them? Don't worry, you're not alone. The Flying Nuns was a short-lived tag team that were men dressed in nun outfits. I'm just gonna move on. Number 2. Number 2 is God. That's right. Remember how Vince McMahon would mock God? Well, in 2006, I believe it was 2000. Yeah, I believe it was 2006, where Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels, the Christian Shawn Michaels, Shawn Michaels became a Christian, and they incorporated it into a storyline where week after week, Vince would go on a tangent about God. Then there was I want to say a singles match with Shane and Vince McMahon. No, Shane McMahon lost that match, and Vince came out the next night on Raw and said, Shawn Michaels, you will be facing Vince McMahon and the spawn of my semen, Shane. And it will be Shawn Michaels and God. Yeah, a glorified handicap match. Not only that, but apparently Vince McMahon beat God in like a dancing contest. I'm not gonna go any further. Chris. Number 1. Now you may not. Now you would have to understand. Well, God debuted, what's worse than that? ECW's Crucifixion of the Sandman. What happened is that Raven and the Sandman came up with this idea. You know, the whole Raven character was brilliant, and basically Raven's character was that he was like basically like a wrestling Jesus before CM Punk. And there was a match in ECW where without the permission of Paul Heyman and Todd Gordon, Raven put Sandman on a cross, and there was a riot. And Kurt Angle was there, and Kurt Angle looked at it and lost his mind. Everyone else in the back did so too. So bad that Paul Heyman told Raven to apologize, so he went out there and did so. And he did not mean a word of it. But yeah, that's my top 5 of the worst wrestling gimmicks. I know I kind of cheated on the last one, but I couldn't help but put that at number 1. So that is my list. Wrestling for fans. What did you think of my list? Did you like it? Do you not? Do you with some parts? I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.